All right, it is a beautiful day in Pennsylvania, and today we're going to work on a ginkgo bonsai tree. So let's do this. All right, so today we have my Ginkgo Biloba that I bought from Thirsty Boot Farms last year. I think it was in May of last year. So this one is probably about 3.5 years old. It is getting quite large, and I did do a repot on this earlier this year where I took it out of its organic soil and put it in some fresh bonsai soil. But as you can see, it is getting, oh man, it probably grew at least like a foot or so just this year. So what I want to do is, since it's been growing so well, is I'm going to do a very hard cut on this and cut it back probably into like the first or second year's growth. As you come up the tree, you can see here's all the growth up until year 1, and then there's year 2 where it stopped, and then year 3 right there, and then all of this new growth that's happening this year. Now, if you look down here at the bottom, you can see that we have 2 little shoots that popped up earlier this year. They popped up pretty much a couple weeks after I did the initial repot on this. So having these 2 at the bottom is giving me a little bit more comfort by doing this really hard cut today. So at least I have a little bit of a backup plan down here. I think these 2 will eventually go, but right now they're just kind of my safety net. There is a little bit of a bulge at the bottom down here, but hopefully over time that will kind of even out, but we'll see. I know having these 2 branches at the bottom doesn't exactly help, but it's all good. This is a work in progress. It's still very early in its bonsai journey. So if you actually look up here, you can see where just this year's growth happened. And yeah, I would say this is about a foot and a few inches of growth. So not too bad for 1 year's growth. It does seem like it stopped its first flush of growth. So I figured now would be a good time to do this prune. So yeah, let's do this. Let's dive in and do a nice hard cut. Okay, so as you can see, we have our 2 little branches down here, and then it goes up to here to where the first year's growth stopped. So what I want to do is, we don't really have any visual buds up until the second year of growth right here, which we have 1, 2, 3 all together. So I probably could trim it right to above here and be okay, but I actually think I'm going to trim it to somewhere around here, either this bud in between these 2 buds or right here at the tippy top. So let me dive in a little bit closer. All right, you should be able to see them a little bit better now. So we have the first bud that I can see from the bottom is this one here. Then we have this bud here, and then that one here. I think the safest bet would be to give 3 buds, which I'm kind of leaning towards. That way we could maybe hopefully get some branching coming out here from there, and here, and have this potentially be our new leader. Another reason why I'm cutting this today is that I've had a few storms come through town, and having this thing be so tall, the wind has really been grabbing it during any storms that we've been having, and it's either got knocked down or the roots pop out a little bit more than I would like. So I think having it have less of a tall trunk will alleviate some of the times that it will get knocked over. So that's another reason for cutting it. And also, it's just a giant stick right now. I wanted to branch out and start developing a little bit more. So I think we're gonna do it. I think I want to cut right here. So let me dive in even closer. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Maybe leave some room for dieback here. And no going back now. There we go. Oh man, look at that. Big cut. So I'm going to try and root these as cuttings. So we'll see if that'll take. If not, no big deal. I'm curious to see if now that this is trimmed back, if it will start its second flush of growth for this year. But either way, more manageable tree right now. Hopefully we don't have too much dieback, and then, you know, if that does happen, this might be the new leader. I don't know. We're just testing things. We're just trying things out. We're having fun here with some bonsai. So yeah, there it is. So next up, I'm gonna get some rooting hormone and pop these into some pots. Maybe I'll do it one here, because I believe a cutting should be 6 inches. So maybe somewhere around there. So I could probably get 2, maybe 3 out of this. So yeah, that's this ginkgo now. All right, so let's prepare this ginkgo into some potential cuttings. So let's see, let's mark the first one. Let's cut the first one back maybe to here. Here it is. There's the first one. Maybe we'll do this. Yeah, we will do this into 3. And then I see a little bud right there, so maybe we'll cut it back to here. And maybe cut these back. Oh, if you look at the base of each of the leaves here, I do see a little bud there, so hopefully that's a good sign. So let me just cut off some of these leaves here. So it doesn't have to send as much energy. Let's just leave, let's leave 2 leaves on this one. These are beautiful. I do love the ginkgo. Look at those leaves. Yeah, these are really large leaves, so hopefully they will get smaller over time. And for this one, I'm going to cut back these as well. Maybe we'll have just 1 leaf on this one. So there we go. We got our 3 cuttings, and let's put them in some dirt. All right, so we have 3 little pots here that I just prepared with some bonsai soil in it, some fresh bonsai soil. And next up, let me see, was this the top or was this the bottom? I don't remember. I'm not sure if it matters. Hopefully it doesn't matter. I'm guessing that since the buds are facing up, that this was the bottom here. That's probably a good call. Next up is we have to get our rooting hormone and dip the bottom in some rooting hormone. So there we go, we got rooting powder right there. So I'm sure any type of rooting powder brand will be fine. So let's take that in there and root that around. There we go. And just shove that into there. I'll just cut this back a little tiny bit. Another one. All right, we got the powder on there. Shove that into there. And then the third one. Got it covered. And into there. All right, there we go. So I'll take these outside and then I'll water them and hopefully they'll grow. If I were to make a guess, I would say that the bottom 2, these 2 here, are gonna be the ones that will grow. These have a better shot, I think, than the newer growth here, but who knows, I could be wrong. Either way, I hope they all grow. I hope they all, hope they all grow into new trees, but if not, no worries. All right, and I think that is it for today. So let's hope this big ginkgo grows and gets some new shoots coming out, and hopefully these little cuttings will grow as well. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching.